The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, let's talk about the man himself, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, and the latest update with his career, because it was reported a couple of days ago by BoxingScene.com that the WBO middleweight champion, Demetrius Andrade, he has been, in fact, reordered to fight his mandatory challenger, Liam Williams, okay? Now, this is a fight with Boo Boo and Liam Williams that's been very overlooked because the focus for Demetrius Andrade right now is the fact that he's got to have that breakout fight, you know, and there's been a lot of talk, obviously, on this channel of Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders, guys like that, Charlo, guys like that, and those fights haven't happened. So now the WBO steps in and they reorder a mandatory challenge, a mandatory fight for Boo Boo Andrade, and it's a bit disheartening for me because I really want to see Demetrius get a chance to prove himself at that top level against the creme of the creme around his weight. But the Liam Williams fight is a good fight. It is a fight where, you know, Liam Williams, when we look at Liam Williams, he's someone that took 2 losses early in his career to the same person, in Liam Smith. He's done a good job of rebuilding himself. He stopped the likes of Mark Heffron and Alantez Fox and guys like that. And, you know, when I speak to a lot of my Welsh brethren across the pond over there in the UK, they say that a lot of the British boxing fans that I come into contact with think that Liam Williams is the kind of fighter that will upset the apple cart and will stop the Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade hype train before it even ever really gets going. So, I mean, look, it's not the worst fight in the world. It's not the worst news in the world. It's just a bit disheartening because I was at least hoping that in early 2021, we would see Demetrius Andrade versus a Billy Joe Saunders, a Demetrius Andrade versus Triple G, which was an idea that was thrown out there by Eddie Hearn. And once again, I made that video back in December, I think November, where I was talking about how Demetrius Andrade keeps getting let down by Eddie Hearn, and here we go again. It just seems like for whatever reason, ever since Demetrius Andrade has signed with DAZN, that he just can't get those big fights over the line, and it's a recurring theme in his career. And like the old saying goes, the more things change, the more they stay the same, because things are still the same with Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. So it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. As for this fight in particular, right? Because there's no sense in me crying over spilt milk. You know, they have to the end of this month to work out some terms for the fight, and if not, the fight will go to purse bid in February. So hopefully they get it done. But as for the fight, I know a lot of the British fight fans think Liam Williams is gonna beat Demetrius Andrade, but I'm here to tell you right now, it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it's not happening. Liam Williams is a good fighter. I think he's a good solid fringe contender, but I think because of the fact that this fight's been delayed, people have been exaggerating and romanticizing how good Liam Williams actually is. And Liam Williams, I'm not trying to throw salt on his name. He's a good fighter. He's someone that has beaten some okay names like Alantez Fox, who's a former Andrade opponent, and Mark Heffron, who had that fight with Denzel Bentley. 2 fights with Denzel Bentley. The first one he drew, second one he lost. I don't see what the fuss is all about when it comes to Liam Williams. He's tough, he's rugged. I have no doubt about it that he'll come to win, and he'll be a good, live, solid opponent for Demetrius Andrade. So in that regard, I think it is good for the career of Demetrius Andrade. But let's not get it confused. All right, there is levels in boxing for a reason. Okay, Liam Williams is a tried and true, proven domestic level fighter and a fringe contender. Demetrius Andrade is a creme de la creme, top of the top, A-level fighter that's good enough to challenge and beat the best middleweights in the world, and even some of the best 168 pounders in the world. Okay, big difference. 2-division champion, undefeated. People say they don't like his style. They say he's ugly. They say he's boring. They say he's this and they say he's that. But the reality is he's still undefeated. And everybody they put in front of him, with the exception of 2 people in his 29 professional career, he's been blowing them out there like it's nothing. So look, I like Liam Williams. I think he's a good fighter, but I don't think Demetrius Andrade versus Liam Williams is a competitive fight. And to be specific, to be extra specific, I think that Liam Williams versus Demetrius Andrade is going to play out a lot like the Sulewski Demetrius Andrade fight, because a lot of people don't remember this, but Suleski, the Polish guy, when he fought Boo Boo Andrade in the summer of 2019, a lot of people were thinking that was going to be a competitive fight, because Suleski had a good showing against Daniel Jacobs. He damn near beat Daniel Jacobs. And they thought that guy would show up and beat Demetrius Andrade, and then that's not what happened. Once the bell rang and the fight started, Demetrius Andrade put him on his ass and boxed him pretty much to a shutout. And I don't know if this is going to be a shutout, but I do think Demetrius Andrade is going to beat Liam Williams very soundly, maybe even stop him. I mean, this guy's already been stopped by Liam Smith. So it wouldn't surprise me the least bit that Demetrius Andrade would stop him, because contrary to popular belief, Demetrius Andrade doesn't run around the ring and run from opponents. What normally happens if you watch enough of his fights is that he normally drops his opponents within the first 2 rounds, and then because they realize that Andrade's punches come from weird angles and that he has solid punch power in both hands, they go into survival mode, and then Boo Boo is just content to box it out for 12 rounds, okay, and get a decision because it's easy for him. But I don't think Liam Williams will be the kind of fighter that will. Liam Williams won't be the kind of fighter that will run the first time he gets hit by a solid shot. I think he'll be there to be hit. I think he'll exchange. And for that reason, I think it'll be an entertaining fight. But as far as it being a competitive fight, as far as him being the kind of guy that can beat Demetrius Andrade, absolutely not. And if I'm wrong, all the British boxing fans and boxing fans around the world can come and clown me, but I just don't see it happening. So I'm a bit pissed off that this is happening. I mean, I understand why it's happening, but I'm not really the most happy about it, because I think Demetrius Andrade's reached a point in his career where he can't be fighting guys like Liam Williams or the Luke Keelers of the world, or even the Zuleskis or the Akavovs or Walter Kakadawas. He's got to get those A-level prime premium names and get the chance to validate what people like myself think about him, which is the world. I think the world of Demetrius Andrade. I think he's the best middleweight in the world. I think he is one of the best fighters in the world. I think I'm gonna quote my brother Punch Drunk Boxing. I think he is the toughest puzzle to solve at 160, 168, that range of weight classes. But that's the news. Demetrius Andrade, Liam Williams reordered by the WBO. They have till the end of January to come to terms. If not, the fight will go to purse bid. And let me know what you guys think. A lot of people out there have been telling me Liam Williams is gonna beat Demetrius Andrade, that it's a great fight for Demetrius Andrade. I really don't think so. I think he's gonna beat him pretty soundly. But leave your comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.